Alright, we're here today to show you how to install your custom locking fuel door for your GM vehicle. First, let's talk about the tools you'll need. You want to have a drill, some various bits, 1/8, 1/4 inch, and 3/8 should do the trick. You're also going to need a number 30 Torx driver, a small flathead screwdriver, a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, a 7/16 end wrench, a small punch about 200 thousandths in diameter, a center punch, a small hammer, and potentially a pair of pliers or vice grips. Open your stock fuel door. Next, you may, depending on your year, need to locate this tether, and that tether may be connected here to the fuel door. If that's the case, you'll need a small pair of needle nose pliers or the vice grips that we have. Pinch the back of it and pull it through, and then just let it hang for a reinstallation later. Next thing we're going to need to do is locate the 2 rivets. I've already removed one, the second one here, and we'll show in the video. To do this, you're going to want to center punch to get a good start. We need to drill out the center of it. So we're going to center punch the center, then we'll start with our smallest drill bit and work our way up until we've got the center of the rivet out and hopefully the full rivet out. Once the second one comes out, the fuel door will be loose, so you may want to have somebody hold that so that it doesn't contact your vehicle. Next, we're going to take our center punch and hammer. Locate the center punch in the center of the rivet. The goal here is to give us a good start for our drill right in the center of the rivet. Once we've accomplished that, we'll come back with our smallest drill bit, the 1/8. With our 1/8 drill bit, we're going to start a nice hole in the center of the rivet. Hopefully it'll start right on our center drill spot. Once we have a good start in the center that our 1/4 inch drill would start in, we can move up to our 1/4 inch drill bit. Next, we're going to locate the 2 number 30 Torx screws that hold the plastic shroud in place. Remove those and set aside for later use. They're fairly long, so it'll take you a couple seconds to get both of them completely out. Next, depending on the year of your vehicle, you may have a grommet that is also holding the plastic shroud in place. To get this out, you're going to want to use a small flathead screwdriver and pop the center piece up. Once you've done that, you should be able to grab hold of the entire grommet, the bigger diameter, and pull it up through. Now you can move your shroud back and out of the way. So with our 1/4 inch drill bit, we're going to continue to drill out the center of the rivet. Once the rivet comes loose, you'll be able to maneuver the fuel door through the opening. You can set this aside and save it for later if you ever want to put it back on. Next, we'll bring our new fuel door up to the vehicle, maneuver the hinge back in where the stock hinge came out of. Get your holes lined up. You may need an extra person to hold it for you. Go ahead and put the 2 screws through from the outside towards the in, and then you'll want to put your flange nut on the back side of each screw. Get that finger tight. Then you can come back with your number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and you may just be able to hold your fingers on the back side until that flange nut grabs, and you'll be able to tighten it up. If not, this is where you'll take your 7/16 end wrench, maneuver it through the vehicle, hold the back of that nut. Once it's tight, for the first time, gently close the fuel door. Make sure the lock is in the up or unlocked position, and make sure there won't be any contact with your vehicle. Now you'll need to check the alignment. Looks here that we could probably make an adjustment up, so we'll just very slightly loosen the screws that we just tightened. Make that adjustment. Again, gently close to make sure we won't have contact with the vehicle. Check the alignment. Continue until you're happy with it. Next, we'll check the function of the lock. Put our key in, turn it. Should lock, the key should come out, and we should have 0 play in the fuel door. If for some reason it will not lock, depending on your year, you may need to slightly bend this cam to clear. If there's too much slop in it, you may want to bend it back towards the fuel door. In this case, everything is perfect. It functions as we want. So now we can reassemble the plastic shroud and tether if necessary. Maneuver the shroud back into position. Maybe easiest to put the torque screws in first. If your vehicle had the grommet in the lower 6 o'clock position, we're going to reinstall that, press it through the hole, and then press the center down. If you had the tether attached to your OEM hinge, it will now plug right back into your replacement hinge. Close the door, wipe it down, and enjoy.